support and identification with the main arguments in his speech. Yung Malasakit Center po ay isang magandang idea, one-stop shop as far as health is concerned. And should there be birth pains in such a concept, it is not proper to attack or criticize the person who conceptualized the idea. Hindi niya po kasalanan yun. I mean, dapat nga purihin siya at naisip pa at na-operationalize yung ganyang klaseng idea na one-stop shop for health concerns for our people. So let me congratulate Senator Bongo for his privileged speech and then advise him to just keep his cool and relax. And I'm not identifying with the part of his speech where he says that Congressman Lagman can no longer be saved by surgery or cosmetic surgery. I disagree with that portion of the speech, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
I'm tempted to make a comment, but I will prevent myself. Senator De La Rosa is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am ready to interpolate the good gentleman from Davao City and Davao Oriental. But since he declined to be interpolated on, so for the record, I must as well manifest my malasakit to my kababayan, the good gentleman from Davao City and Davao Oriental, and support the substance of his privileged speech. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Tolentino.
Mr. President, after having heard the privileged speech of my seatmate, I commiserate, I empathize, I sympathize with his feelings right now. Kagaya po ng sinabi ni Senator Pimentel, gumawa ka na nga ng isang konsepto na makakatulong, ay ikaw pa yung sinisiraan. I heard the words from his speech, integrated. I heard the word likewise, efficient. Mr. President, I've seen Senator Bongo work. Nagiging bumbero na nga ito, pumupunta sa mga sunog, pagkatapos ng sunog. Ngayon po, yung konsepto niya parang traffic enforcer. Tina-traffic niya yung mga iba't ibang ahensya related to health services para magkaroon ng isang integrated delivery of health services. Let me remind our dear colleagues here that we have a provision in our Constitution, Article 13, Section 2 to be exact. The state shall adopt an integrated and comprehensive approach to health development. Mr. President, having seen the Malasakit Center since its inception in Cebu City last year or early this year, nakita ko po na naging 41 na ito. Wala pa naman hong nagrereklamo. At ang alam ko po, yung susunod na Malasakit Center ay sa amin ng lalawigan ng Cavite. During the course of the campaign, Mr. President, I visited a small municipality in Tarlac. Nakita ko po yung isang opisina ng mayor, wala lang po yung mayor doon, the municipality of Moncada in Tarlac. Ang kanya pong sekretarya, isang pharmacist, hindi nurse, pharmacist. Pagpasok ko po dun sa opisina ng mayor sa Moncada, Tarlac, kahit wala po si mayor doon, sinamahan ako ng municipal administrator. Nagulat po ako, lo and behold, sa halip po ng mga libro, sa halip po ng mga plake, ang nakalagay po doon mga istante na mga gamot. Napakaraming gamot. I'm sure hindi naman to expired. Ganon din po sa isang maliit na lungsod sa Nueva Ecija, the city of Muñoz. Ang lahat po ng ating mga local officials, with due respect to the words coming from the Senate President, ay nakatuon sa health services. Subalit sa ginagawa po ng Malasakit Center, pinag-iisa na po ito. One-stop shop, tinatraffic kung saan pupunta, sa PhilHealth, sa Lung Center, sa heart center at sa mga regional health centers ng ating DOH. Kaya nga po, nakikiisa po ako sa kalungkutan kung binabatikos si Senator Bongo dahil tama po yung konsepto, lalong-lalo na ang ating Senado ay nagtayo ng isang bagong committee sa Sustainable Development. Ang Sustainable Development Goal number 3 na kasama pong sinusulong ng ating bansa, I quote, "Good health and well-being, ensuring healthy lives, and promoting the well-being for all ages is essential to sustainable development." I do hope, Mr. President, that Sustainable Development Goal number 3 is one of the prime missions and the vision of the good senator from Davao City in espousing the Malasakit Center Bill. Yun lamang po, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po.
Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for a manifestation, Mr. President, to support the speech of Senator Bongo. Masakit lang isipin, Mr. President, na ang programa na para sa mga mahihirap, tapos may mga tao na kumokontra, dapat, hindi ko maintindihan yung mindset ng mga politiko dito sa Pilipinas, Mr. President. Kasi, pag maganda yung ginagawa para sa mga mahirap, dahil kalaban ka, kukontrahin ka. Nakakabuti naman sa taong bayan. Pagkakalaban ka, ganun. Kaya walang progreso, walang kaunlaran ang bansa natin dahil after ng administrasyon ng isang leader, pag mapalitan siya, hindi ipagpatuloy yung programa niya na maganda para sa taong bayan. Pagkatapos naman ng isa, yung magandang programa niya, mahinto na naman, ibang programa na naman. Ganun yung mindset natin because kalaban, hindi ipagpatuloy kung maganda namang programa para sa mga mahirap na tao, bakit hindi natin suportahan? Kahit na ba kung ang isang politiko ang puso para talaga sa taong bayan o tumulong, kung maganda yung programa, dapat suportahan na lang. Halos lahat mula ilang decades na tayo dito sa bansa na namumuno. Pero ang problema, laging hindi maganda, laging hindi maganda. Lahat ba yung mga programa ng mga nakaraang leaders hindi maganda? I think, Mr. President, na ganitong mga tao, dapat malaman ng taong bayan na ganitong mga politiko, ganitong mga laging nagkikriticize ng magandang programa para sa mga mahirap. Ako man, pagdating sa mga mahirap, nasasaktan ako pagka binabatikos yung mga programa para sa kanila. Dahil dyan ako galing Dyan ako galing sa pagiging mahirap. Yung walang makain sa isang araw. Naranasan ko yun. Kaya ako, anumang narating ko, anumang pera, anong halaga ang nakamtan ko sa buhay, hindi mahalaga para sa akin yan. Ang importante, makatulong ako sa taong bayan, makatulong ako sa kapwa ko. And I am willing na maging mahirap ako para lang masamahan ko yung mga mahirap na tao. Hindi ako greedy person na itatago ko yung yaman ko. Pag namatay ako, hindi ko madadala yan. We came to this world naked and we will depart alone and naked. Wala tayong madadala. Iiwanan natin lahat yan. Sayang yung pera o kayamanan mo na nakatago lang sa bahay mo, sa bangko. Kung hindi mo tinutulong sa kapwa mo, pag namatay ka, iiwanan mo lang yun. Dapat ma-realize natin lahat yan. Yung mga politiko na nagsiservisyo na kumukontra palagi sa magandang advocacy, sa magandang programa para sa mga mahihirap, tumigil na kayo sa pagsiservisyo. Wala kayong kwenta para sa taong bayan. Nasa na, especially yung sinasabi ng Lagman, laging kumukontra yan. Kung ano mga programa maganda. Mr. President, makatestify talaga ako niyan na kumukontra para sa mga mahirap. Hindi ko alam kung against siya sa mga mahirap para lang siya sumikat o kumontra ng magandang programa para sa ating gobyerno. Hindi ko malaman pero ipaglalaban ko ang karapatan ng mga mahirap na tao kasi hindi ko lang sabihin yung mga tinutulong ko sa taong bayan, Mr. President, but lahat sana, and I'm praying to God na lahat ng mga mayaman, lahat na may pera, ambag-ambag tayo, kusang kawang-gawa na lang tayo, tulungan natin yung mga mahirap. Bigay tayo kung ano yung mga tulong na dapat magawa natin, yung pera natin, hindi yan natin madala sa libingan. We will depart alone. That's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Senator Gordon is recognized before a comment from the chair.
Yeah, after this. If there's another question, I'd like to follow it up with my speech later, but go ahead.
Senator Lacson is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. My issue is not on the Malasakit Center. My concern is about the renovation or construction to be implemented by DPWH on the Public Assistance Center, which is a facility of the Senate. Not too long ago, the Supreme Court ruled that there will be no cross-border alignment of funds. So if it will be taken from the savings of DPWH, we may be violating Article 6, Section 25, Paragraph 5 of the Constitution, that there should be no realignment outside of the respective offices of the President, the Chief Justice, and the Senate President, and the Speaker of the House. That's my only concern, Mr. President.
Correct. Anyway, it has not been started yet. It's a proposal at the moment. We can perhaps study and review
Yes, Mr. President.
the concern.
May I suggest that if the Senate has savings, we might as well use that savings to construct the Public Assistance Center instead of relying on the DPWH because we may be in transgression of the Constitution.
All right. Unless Senator Villar wishes to spend her own money to put it up.
That's most welcome, Mr. President.
Senator Villar, you are recognized.
Mr. President, Senate President, I was requested by Senator Win Gatchalian if to ask the DPWH if they have such what you call a budget for this kind of building. And the Secretary of the DPWH said that they have a budget for this kind of project. So they volunteered that they will help us. I don't know.
But,
I didn't
yes.
ask what kind of budget is this, but they said they have a budget for this kind of project.
All right.
We just asked, and
Yeah.
they said they have. So
All right.
maybe we can clarify what is this budget.
Yes, and not only
Thank you
that, we
very
can
much.
perhaps review, ask the Secretariat to review the point raised by Senator Lacson on cross-border expenditure. We might be having a problem with COA thereafter. So, is there any other comment on the matter, or Senator Gordon wishes to have the floor? Senator Gordon is recognized.
Mr. President, just a quick manifestation. I was taken aback by the statement made by Senator Gatchalian, and I think I think the Senate President also made a short quip on the matter. That is, a local government receiving patients from another municipality or another province is being denied, and if I take it right, by the COA, for treatment by the locality that where the patient was brought. I think, Mr. President, that's unconstitutional. And in fact, I think, Mr. President, we should not tolerate that because no doctor is, allowed to say no to a patient. No hospital is allowed to say no to a patient, although in reality those things happen. But at the very least, every time it rears its ugly head, that so-called position of COA, if indeed it is a position of COA, should be shut down right away, Mr. President. Hindi tama yun. Because otherwise, kung matamaan yung tao, may sakit yung tao, may dengue siya, pupunta siya doon sa city hospital, hindi tatanggapin, kawawa na talaga yung mga tao, Mr. President. I don't think that's legal, and I think that if there is such a thing as that COA dictum, I think we should try and amend the law so that it can be clarified without any doubt, Mr. President. That's all, Mr. President.
All right, the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last, my 2 cents on the matter, Mr. President. On the issue of the Malasakit Center, we welcome the initiative of Senator Bongo to put up a Malasakit Center here. As you know, so many people visit our offices every day asking us for help. And this Malasakit Center being a one-stop shop is a welcome development for our constituencies here in the Senate, as well as the country. My only objection is that he has not placed one yet in Bukidnon, so I'm hoping that Senator Bongo will place one in Bukidnon. Malayo po yung Cagayan de Oro sa Bukidnon, and we hope that he could also have one in his future programs for the Malasakit Center. On the issue of Senator Pacquiao on the difficulty of implementing programs as a public servant, it's really true, Mr. President. I think that is the situation we're found in many times. Pag may ginawa po tayong maganda, sabihin nila, epal. Naalala ko po yung pinaglaban natin yung pamilya, pinaglaban natin po ang hustisya pamilya ni Acho Castillo. And I remember our hearings with Senator Lacson, together with all our colleagues here, wherein we were able to find out and ferret the truth of what really happened. Mr. President, the hearings alone weighed in heavily on was given a lot of weight during the proceedings by the DOJ in the courts of law where these cases were filed. And yet, when I was being interviewed on radio, nung pinatay ko po yung cellphone ko, nakikinig pa ako sa radyo, hindi ko nababanggitin kung sino reporter. Ang sabi po ng reporter, wala yan, mga epal yan. Panay epal lang yan, mga senador yan, ganyan. And you know what? What happened? We were able to file charges against these people. They're all in jail today because of the hearings of Senator Lacson and the resolution that I filed. We were able to pass a stronger anti-hazing law. And when I saw the partner of the reporter, I told straight to his face, I said, hindi epal yung ginawa namin. Ginawa namin ang ating katungkulan bilang mambabatas. And I think that's why it's difficult to be a public servant sometimes, because there's always a thin line, they say, with public service and being epal. But without casting any bad judgment on our colleagues, everything that we do here is for the betterment of our country, I so believe, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the speech, yes, Senator...
Before we refer the speech, and
Mr.
before
President,
I
I could
recognize the Minority Leader, let me just place on record that this is a public assistance center that was put up since September of 2001 during the incumbency of then Senate President Franklin Drilon. And we will retain it as a public assistance center, although, just like in the movies, may subtitle Malasakit. But it will remain as the public assistance center. That is the proposal that I gave to the Senate Secretariat. We will just uplift or upgrade the public assistance center so that it can perhaps show shades of Malasakit Center. That's about it. The original author of the Public Assistance Center is recognized, the Minority Leader.
Mr. President, I stand up in order to support the proposition, the warning of Senator Lacson that under the Constitution, a head of a department can realign savings and realign the same within the department. The Department of Public Works, under that provision of the Constitution, cannot realign its savings in order to spend for the infrastructure of a different department, which is the legislative. I just want to support the proposition of Senator Lacson. That is under the Constitution, something that must be examined because we can have problems with COA insofar as using DPWH funds are concerned. They may have funds, but precisely we have certain constitutional boundaries to observe. And one of them, as interpreted by the Supreme Court, is that the savings can be realigned for projects within the department, and the DPWH can realign its savings for projects in the executive branch, not in the Public Assistance Center of the Senate. Not that the Public Assistance Center does not need a new edifice. It needs, but maybe the Senate President can examine realigning savings in the budget of the Senate or appropriating funds in the 2020 budget in order to enhance the services of the Public Assistance Center rather than rely on the savings of the DPWH, which can put us into trouble. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
I was almost starting to sense your message that Senator Lacson and Senator Drilon wishes that the Senate President look into the savings of the Senate. We will do that, unless Senator Villar wishes to spend
Yes,
for it.
Mr.
ano?
President. I wanted to
Oh,
mention,
ah.
Mr. President, we have billionaires in the Senate who can easily finance the Senate Public Assistance Center.
Yes.
Even Senator Gatchalian
Yes.
can make it a well-explored,
The son of a
Hotel?
very rich man.
Hotel?
Oh. And the wife,
Waterfront.
Of
Pwede
the wife.
going waterfront public center.
yes, and then the wife of the another rich man,
Yes, Mr.
the
President.
richest man in the Philippines.
That's correct, Mr.
Oh,
President.
see? And
Loose
then
change
just,
lang po
just
yan,
for the
Mr.
record, so that, you know, we do not step on any toes here. I don't think we can say that there is parliamentary discourtesy as far as Senator Go is concerned, because the congressman fired the first shot.
Yes, that's
Diba?
correct, Mr. President.
Siya namintas sa senador eh. So kung magsasagot yung senador at pintasan siya, sumagot lang yun.
Tama po yan, Mr. President.
All right.
We
Senator
would-
Zubiri, yes.
We would be
Majority
doing the
Leader.
same, Mr. President. I don't expect any less from our colleagues. Mr. President, I move that we refer the speech of the gentleman from Davao to the Committee on Health. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none. Sorry for...
Mr. President, before we have another distinguished gentleman who would like to deliver a privileged speech. Mr. President, before we recognize him, we'd just like to make an announcement that there will be an all-senators caucus tomorrow, August 28th, after the roll call, the agenda being the short LEDAC report that the Senate President will deliver to us and what we will be discussing in the LEDAC, as well as the request of Senator Pia Cayetano, because there are several bills in the Committee on
Ways and Means.
Ways and Means that
And
she would like
also,
to
not only
discuss.
bills, but also letters from different sectors that she would
Correct,
want to
Mr.
discuss with us.
Correct, Mr. President. So with that, Mr. President, now we would like to recognize the distinguished gentleman from Zambales, Mr. President, no other than